Hello radio friends, seems it's been a while since I've made a video, and what we're going to do today is have a look at this Bush SW45 from 1937-38. It's a shortwave sort of special set as the model number would tell you, SW45. This one's got a teleflick dial, a TV4 tuning indicator there, which is going to be a miracle if that works, and it's also got an RF amplifier in it as well. Not that there's much to be had on shortwave these days, but it's a set that I've been after for some time. This one's in not brilliant condition, especially the cabinet. There's lots of wear, spots of green, household paint everywhere, but it has got these rather nice veneers, which when I refinish the cabinet I hope to bring out. So this particular radio's been on my bucket list for quite a while now. It's a big old girl, as you can see. There's my hand across it, but it should perform quite well. It's got 8 watts of output and a huge great speaker in it. So we'll turn it around and we'll have a look inside and see what's been done to it, if at all. Hopefully it's all original, but yeah, one thing that made me think it's not all original was it's got this modernish speaker cloth here that you'd probably see on a Marshall cabinet or something, so maybe it's been worked on. Let's have a look. Well, here's the rear of the set. Got the usual backboard on it, held in with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these brass screws. It's actually missing one down here. Internal and external loudspeaker, changed by the Wander plug here. Got your mains tapping selections, and then your gramophone pickup here, and then your aerial goes in there. At least it has got a backboard. Well, there we go. What a magnificent speaker, a great big roller. Let's get a pointy thing. So we've got output pentode there, that I think is a B4. We've got a DW4350 rectifier. Oops, that looks healthy. Oh, what's that? There's a little miniature transformer there that is leading up to the eye, so I don't know what that's doing there. 6.3 volts. Could be a 6.3 volt transformer. I'm not sure of the filament voltage on the TV4, but that might be an EM34 instead of a TV4, because TV4s are very, very rare. I doubt I'd ever get one, so that may be what that's doing, taking maybe a 4 volt filament voltage and knocking it up to 6.3. Not sure. Yeah, pass on that one. And then we've got some VP4Bs here. We've got a TDD4 here, which is a double diode. We've got 2 IF transformers at the back here. And then we've got all the scale workings, and there's about 6 light bulbs here for all the different scales. And then we've got the mechanism for the teleflick there. So probably seven light bulbs in this thing. And then we've got the output transformer here, which that doesn't look original. That's a radio spares output transformer. So, and that's not on the original plate. So looks like someone has been in there at some time. Don't know when. There's no idea when. Let's see if we can have a look in the side. There should be a big... oh no. Right. I don't know if you can see in from the side, but there's just 2 modern-ish electrolytics poking out there. There should be a great big wax-filled box there, I believe, with the 2 big filter. Oh yeah, and I can also see a yellow capacitor there. So this looks like it might have been done in the 60s or 70s. And there's an orange wire flapping about in the breeze there as well. So I'll get the chassis out and we'll have a close look, but this definitely looks as if it's been worked on. Still got the original mains lead. Do we want to trust that? Well, I don't think so. Yeah. So a little bit disappointing. The chassis is in pretty good condition, no rust spots that I can see on it. There's some exposed metalwork here that was never painted or coated here. That looks a bit rusty. But all in all, it all seems to be there. So let's get the chassis out. Got a nice big plug here, so I should be able to unplug it here and withdraw the chassis, and we can have a look at that in some detail. Right, we're ready for chassis removal. This is quite a heavy chassis. This is pre-war, so everything's built up to price rather than down to a price. The mains transformer is bloody huge. I think the depth of the windings is what, three or 4 inches deep. The windings continue, well, that's the top of the windings, and they go right down like that. So obviously it's powering 7 valves in here, so it would need to be rather large. We can unclip the speaker connections here, and we should be able to withdraw the chassis. Now I may need to do a little bit of fiddling because the bench isn't big enough for this, and that came out nice and easy, and there's something in there, so I'll stick this down on the floor quickly. I'll just have a look at the cabinet. So yeah, drawing pin special, not even stapled. Yeah, this is as I say, the stuff you'd expect to see on the front of Marshall speaker cabinets, the big old 4x12s. So it's not too bad condition inside. No dust, no spiders webs, anything like that. Interesting to see how they, I don't know if you can see, where they've corrugated the front here so they can curve it. I don't know how visible that will be on the camera, but obviously they've cut grooves in the plywood here, which is quite thick, and then they've bent it round. Quite interesting technique that, but otherwise just a normal chassis, just a normal cabinet. So let's put this out of the way because it is large, and get the chassis back up. So there's the chassis. Someone's restrung that. Let's just switch off. I'll switch off for 30 seconds to get you in a little bit closer, or I could just move this forward. There we go. And I'll readjust, and you can see my ceiling lamp reflected in that, which isn't very good, so let's do that. Right, so you've got your slow motion tuning drive there, IF transformer. What is that? I don't know. A little bit of rust on the chassis there. That should be the volume control. And then that should be the wave band, I guess. Are all these shaft sizes different? Yeah. Yeah, that's your wave band. And that'll be the tone. And evidently, fully right, it narrows down the IF, so you get much better speech clarity. Looks like someone's had this dial off before, and this is the Teleflick, which I'll show you. It's not going to be really much good trying to show you it without it being lit up, but the idea, it's rather like a scale logging type of thing. So you remember, you know, Paris radio is on number 4. Oh, and we got some rock hard grommets there. That's not good. The transformer, as I say, is huge. We've got newness under here. You can see we've got modernish capacitor sprags. We've got new electrolytics there, though they look 60s, 70s maybe. Fox Electronics, suppliers of quality products. I've never heard of them. We've got some German capacitors there, Eros or Reefer or something. We've got another radio spares one there. Yeah, this has been gone over. What we've got the other side on the other. Oh god. Right. Looks like this has been gone over in a couple of time periods. Maybe in the 60s and then maybe in the 70s or 80s. A couple more of these ones here. We've got a Mullard mustard there. No one's replaced any resistors. But yeah, what are these? Weimer or Reefer or whatever they are, those German ones. They should be okay. So the clue is, has this been powered up recently? Oh, there's more electrolytics under here. Oh, and more and more. So yeah, someone's had a good old go of this. Doesn't look too badly done actually. It's a bit of snipped off capacitor lead and just glued. That electric's just been solder glued, as has this one. That's no good. That's all going to have to come off. It's got to be done properly or not at all. So, shall we have a go at powering it up and see what happens or not? Maybe I'm going to check it over first and we'll have a look. So let's get the multimeter out and see if there's anything going to fail nasty. Right, we're now going to give a little bit of a continuity check through the mains cable through to the primary of the mains transformer. So I've just bared a couple of ends on this old mains lead here, and I've got my mains voltage is about 242 to 245 on average. So I've removed the mains tapping transformer plug thing here from the 230 tapping and put it into the 250. So according to the manual we should get about 18 ohms. And we're getting absolutely nothing. Is that because I've not got a good connection? That might just be the contacts need cleaning up, but we got sort of 17 ohms there. That might have been me not getting a good connection on this old wiring. Okay, so that proves that's okay at the very least. Now we're going to give these electrolytics a bit of a tickle here. We're going to ground that, and we're going to see, let's try the 40 first. Now there might be a couple of parallel paths here, but hopefully it's going to be, it's going backwards. Okie doke. That'll go down into the kilo ohms, I guess. Yep. So we need to have a look at that one. That might be a little suspect, I'm not sure. That one's climbing into the mega ohms, which is good. Yep. No more electrolytics on this side. Let's move the chassis round a bit. And we'll have a look at these smaller electrolytics here, assuming they are connected to ground. Yep. 152 ohms. It might be, that's in parallel with a resistor there, so it's not so bad. Not bad. Let's have the chassis that way round. We've got to be a little bit careful here. Got any more? We've got more electrolytics there. That one's flapping about a bit, that one. Don't like that. And we got a couple more here. So they're charging up anyway. Another one there. There's a great big blob of solder there where someone's tacked that in, but I suspect that it is actually soldered, so that's good. Now let's have a look across the volume control. See if take that off. Well, it's a 500k pot, and that measured 532, so let's see if we get any track. And I'm checking this because every time you turn it on it's going to wear away a bit of the pot, but I've got the same. Oh, was that a dead spot or just the meter changing over? It's really where you want an AVO for this. Doesn't seem to be any dead spots. Except for there, that shouldn't go up into the mega ohms. Could be my crap connection to the meter prime here, but that definitely warrants some investigation there, I think. Yeah, I think that warrants some investigation. That might just need cleaning, but certainly that pot, it might be just contacts need. But yeah, I might have to get in that pot and give it a clean. This one here, let's check this. This is the tone. Seems fairly smooth. Seems fairly smooth, so yeah, there's a good chance that this might actually work. Do you think we should try it? Let's I'm going to give it a think and then I'm going to come back. Right, I've got the ceiling light off now. Put a plug on it. It's going through the lamp limiter. I need to be able to hit that button over there. So I've got a safety RCD with a trip switch there. So I'm going to hit that if there's any issues. Lamp limiter to protect it. On-off switch. We're all safe. I've got an aerial plugged in the back. No idea what wave band it's on. We're gonna give it a go and I expect it to go bang. Right, ready? Moment of truth. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. That's odd. Speakers plugged in. Nothing. See that? I think we might have a dodgy switch there. That don't look good, does it? Right, that's the end of that until I can find out what's happening there, because that does not look right. Oh well, at least you saw the lamp flash. Right, so what did we learn then? Well, we learned that there's something wrong with it. That's basically obvious, and I think it's in the power supply somewhere. That didn't look right. The light bulb to flash as it came off. We do have, and I'm testing it right now, we do have a working speaker, so that's going through the primary of the output transformer into the speaker, so at least that's working. We've definitely got a problem with the power supply somewhere. It could be a shorted valve or something. It could be a shorted rectifier. I'm not sure. I need to go in and check what's been done and check all the connections as well against the original circuit. It's funny, someone's done this and I'm assuming it would have worked, so what's changed? And that's the question that I've got to answer. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bit disappointed this one didn't come to life, but I'm sure it's something simple. Yeah, what is another question? It could be anything. It really could be. But we've basically got a working radio. I noticed even the light bulbs didn't come on. Sort of hoping the secondary of the transformer's okay. Primary seems alright. Hopefully it's not the secondary, but I'm going to have to check that and report back one day. Anyway, this set now, because I don't have time to fiddle about with it and it's huge, is going back into storage for a bit. But yeah, it's a bit disappointing, but it does need a lot of cabinet work, and cabinet work is not really for the winter. So while I might be able to strip it off on a nice sort of spring day, a nice winter's day, doing it in the damp of winter is not great. Right, thanks for watching.